All right, looks like we're live here. Just waiting for Facebook to pick it up. There we go. All right. All right, everyone. Just doing a quick kind of impromptu live stream into the group here. We've got a little announcement here about Deb Berger's upcoming event, the Unlock Your Entrepreneurial Edge Conference. Now, those of you who are in the group who've been here for a while, you're probably familiar with Deb and her company, Arch Designs. She's put on several of these events. And I wanted to highlight this for you guys because it's really a huge opportunity. I'm going to have to close out a tab here. I've got a delayed live stream and I keep seeing myself behind. So, all right, so we've got this event. Deb's done several of these. And it's a great opportunity for you guys. In fact, we've got a link up here, a little QR code, if you guys want to go ahead and register to be a speaker. I want to give you guys a quick overview of what she's doing, why this is valuable, and how to get involved in this in a way that is beneficial for you. So first of all, Deb, thanks for joining us today, and thanks for making the members of the group a priority.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So let's start off talking a little bit about what the event is.
Okay. Well, it's to help service-based business owners and entrepreneurs that are in that service-based business. And I want to make sure that I actually give them value and lots of content and actionable strategies. So it's I interview speakers and then show their expertise, and they can expand their reach effortlessly.
Awesome. Now, for those of you guys who have not seen or participated in one of these events that Deb's got, in a nutshell, she sits down with you, interviews you in a recorded setting. You're not doing these live yet, right?
We're going to do a live pre-event where the speakers can network with the audience. So we're going to kind of do a hybrid where we do live and pre-recorded and mix them.
Nice. Okay. So a little bit of a switch up from the previous ones.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that. And then there's the regular kind of recorded ones that like before then, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. So where I see, for all of you guys who are in the group, where I see a tremendous benefit for you is it's kind of multifaceted, really. First of all, you're speaking at an event. There's that associated authority. You've got all these people who are business leaders. They're recognized authorities. They're at the top of their industry. These are the people who are getting featured in the media, the people who have giant audiences, the people that others look up to and respect and admire. So by going and speaking at this event, it puts you in that same class. So huge game changer from an authority perspective. The other side is, you've got this exposure, this reach, because not only is Deb promoting the event herself, but also all of the speakers are promoting it. And a lot of the people who aren't even directly involved within her network and within the networks of the speakers are also promoting it. So by speaking at this, not only are you developing that authority status, you're also getting a much larger reach, a much larger footprint than you ever could on your own. So another huge opportunity. And the other one that I see as kind of like under the surface, but it's still incredibly valuable, is that content. So, I've spoken at all of these that she's done so far. And what happens is, you do your interview, she does the event, it goes on. And then afterwards, she sends you that high res video. Well, that's a video that you've got that you can use not only in its full form, but you can also chop that up into micro content. So you can easily end up with a few dozen, if not more, pieces of content from this. And then if you want to get creative, you can do some other things, like maybe take some of the really smart things you said and turn those into quote graphics. Now you've got a different format of content that you can share that all still comes from the same place. You can sit down and, let's say you talked about a thing. You've got I don't know. I don't even remember what it was, Deb. Was it 15, 20 minutes? I forget.
Usually they're about 35 minutes.
Okay. All right. So in that amount of time, you can really share a lot of information, but there's so much more. Like, all of us are great at what we do. If we sit down and talk to somebody for half an hour, we can basically dump a truckload of information on them, but we still haven't scratched the surface. So another cool thing you could do with this is, let's say you talk about a particular thing. Deb, you were talking about some of the stuff in real estate in that recent article that you were in. I can't for the life of me remember what it was. You remember the topic?
In the one, we talked about construction, and
Okay,
there was a
perfect.
lot of different big builders that were having troubles with their quality. And
Right. Perfect. Okay. So let's say Deb was interviewed. Let's say this wasn't her event and she was interviewed, right? And she was interviewed on that topic, right? I'm using this particular story as an example. So let's say she was interviewed about builders and some of the problems and da da da. Let's say within there you talked about, I don't know, Deb, give me some aspect of some aspect of building that you might talk about if you were on this subject.
Well, a lot of times people have problems with big builders where they're trying to, build as many houses as they can. And so they lose that customer interaction, that customer journey. And then they also lose the quality control. And so
Perfect. Okay.
that's
That gives
something
me
that
every
we talk about.
Perfect. All right. So that gives me everything I need for this then. So basically, let's say that Deb was one of the speakers instead of the host of the event, right? And let's say that she was talking about dealing with builders. So what she just talked about with this lack of customization or communication or, that direct collaboration with the builders. But within that 30-minute interview, you're not going to get a chance to talk deep about that. But what you can do is take that clip of you briefly talking about that problem, and now you go and you make another video going much deeper into it. So you've got this little, maybe you start with an intro, right? You talk about, hey, I just spoke at this event. This is what I talked about, but wanted to go a lot deeper into this topic. Da da da. Now you segue to your next video.
Mhm.
So speaking at this event can very easily turn into, I mean, if you really get creative with it, it's pretty easy to get up into the hundreds of pieces of content from this. So tremendous opportunities, tremendous advantages for you guys. And Deb, I know you've got some other benefits to it as well. So why don't you talk about that for a second?
Yeah, one of the benefits is that collaborative marketing. And we all know how expensive it is to market your business or and get your brand out there. And this is a way that you can collaborate with your marketing with other speakers and this whole free platform. And it doesn't cost you anything. So you have no cost with all the benefits. It just costs you your time of doing the interview for, the 30 minutes. And then I take care of everything else. So it's an opportunity where you get 20 other speakers that are also marketing you, and it's everybody's working together. And what that does is you're able to get out in front of other audiences that you would normally not get in front of. And so what's nice, that another benefit is you get more targeted audience engagement. And you just can't get that with just posting a video on Instagram. You kind of post it and you hope that somebody will see it or they'll engage with it. This is a more targeted audience where we're engaging with the
Mhm.
audience. And so you get a lot more engagement. So those are two great benefits. And the other great benefit is like when I interview you, I put you in a very, I highlight you and your expertise and in a very professional image. So when I put it out there, all of the graphics and everything are very professional and put you in and highlight you in a professional manner. And so that you're able to use that as part of your brand story. And this is just a way for you to get your story out there. That's another benefit. And it's in a personalized interview, conversational type
Right.
interview.
Yeah.
And I'm really easy to talk to.
Indeed. I want to kind of touch on something you mentioned about the engagement. Um, that's so much bigger than most people realize because I've noticed, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this to you, but I've noticed that, when I post something about one of your events, all of the other speakers show up there and they comment on
Mhm.
my post. They like it. They share it. Like everybody's engaging, everybody's active, and they're really active in promoting all of this. So this is something that helps not only with that immediate aspect, right? You speaking at the event, but it also helps your social media in general because that engagement now tells the algorithms that drive any of these social media platforms, hey, this person content is good. People like it. That's why they're engaging with it. They're commenting on it. They're
Mhm.
liking it. They're sharing it. So they start putting more of your content out in front of more people. So it's the impact from this is so much bigger than just what's right there on the surface. There's another benefit that you and I haven't talked about. You don't even know about this yet, but there are 2 articles in major outlets that are coming out about this event. And some of the speakers are going to have an opportunity to be featured and quoted in those articles.
Wow.
So, yes. So there's some tier 1 publications that are about to cover this. You and I will have to get together shortly about the details on that, but there's going to be several pieces of media on this, and the speakers are going to have an opportunity. And we're going to try and fit as many of the speakers in as we can. We'll probably have to spread them out over a couple of different outlets. But yeah, so a lot of the speakers are going to have their first media features as a
That's
result.
awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And I really like that the speakers work together and collaborate, and it just benefits everyone. And
Yes.
if I have like 20 speakers, if you add up all of their different audiences and their reach, it's well over 200,000, 250,000. And I don't think you can really get that on your own when you're just posting yourself on your own platform.
Yeah, most people definitely cannot. You would need a massive, massive audience on social media. You would need a massive email list. You would need just all kinds of things to get that kind of reach. So
Yeah.
absolutely a tremendous opportunity. So for anyone who's watching this, listening to this, that QR code up here on the video will take you directly to the form where you'll fill out to apply for this opportunity with Deb. And again, there's no cost to it. She's just looking for some of the top experts in various industries. And we're pushing some of the PRD members to the front of the queue here, but go ahead and apply for that. Definitely a great opportunity. And I also want to encourage you guys, I'm going to drop a quick link up here for our Facebook group, Public Relations Declassified. Go ahead and pop in there and you'll find Deb in there. I encourage you guys to connect with her on social media. Look her up on other platforms too, right? Not just Facebook. But great person to know, amazing integrity, just great person all the way around. So I'm going to pull back up the application link so you guys can pop in there. But that is the link. And I believe it is also pushed out at least through Facebook, hopefully everywhere else as well. I've also got a link in the post itself. So apply for this, great opportunity, and then leverage all of that content. Leverage everything that comes out of this in your marketing. Huge opportunity. And we'll probably talk a little bit more about this on some of the other live streams in PRD. But if you guys have any questions, reach out to Deb, reach out to me, and we'll get you connected and get you what you need to make this happen.
Awesome. Deb? Looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting new speakers and getting new content out for 2025. And now's the time to start preparing.
Absolutely, because once Gen 1 hits, it's full speed.
Yes, it's go time.
Love it. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Deb. Everyone who's watching this, I encourage you guys to go apply for that. And even if you don't end up speaking, definitely attend the event, register to Deb, does that link, that doesn't take them to the,
no, that's not the registration link for the event yet.
Do you have that somewhere that I can drop in here, or is that not?
No, it's right now. It's just for the speakers to get the speakers all lined up first and get them all recorded. And then I'll put the registration link out. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. We'll do another one, maybe another few as we get closer to the event.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing this opportunity, Deb. And like I said, I encourage all of you guys to apply. I encourage all of you guys to connect with Deb. And let's crush 2025.
That's right. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. Y'all have a great weekend.